Okay, well, Paul, we've just been chatting with the manager a little bit about discipline, which you mentioned post Tuesday. It's got to a sort of situation where something probably needs to change because you can't keep playing matches with fewer players on the pitch.
No, something we've obviously spoken about since Tuesday. The gaffer's not one for fining us and taking the wages off the lads. So it's something that we need to sort out in the dressing room. I've obviously been sent off myself this season, so I think everyone needs to look at themselves, and we need to keep 11 players on the pitch to compete. Tuesday we gave a good account of ourselves with 10, and then obviously ended up with 9, and still had chances to get something out of the game. So if we'd kept the 11 on the pitch, we'd have fancied ourselves to win the game.
Yeah, and it can be, tricky because, players make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes, red cards are going to happen. But is it almost something you can police within the dressing room? If somebody does something stupid, then, I'm sure everybody else will be pretty quick to point it out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Sam's one, I think, on reflection, looks a little bit harsh from Tuesday night. And then Keane's one's just an honest mistake, which happens in the game. I mean, the wind was swirling, he probably should add it, and it bounces. So, to end up with 9 men, it looks bad. But the two of them are separate incidents, and they're both a little bit harsh, probably. But it's something we've spoke about, and we need to sort out, because we can't keep going down to 10 men and down to 9 men and stuff. It's you're never going to pick up points.
Yeah, because obviously discipline's been talked about, and we've had injuries already this season, and there've been times when form's sort of been in and out a little bit. It just seems like you haven't quite hit your stride as a team yet. Is that how you feel in the dressing room?
Well, I think probably the last month or so we'd picked up quite well. I think the points probably didn't reflect how well we'd played. We should have beat Salford, should have beat Tranmere. Obviously got through in the cup in between, and then we went away to Forest Green, top of the league for a reason. So again, another game we had good chances in, and then Tuesday night. So I think we've played better than the points have reflected, but it is about picking up points. So we need to be more clinical and defend our box a bit better.
Yeah, and we were chatting to Glenn Whelan last week, and he was mentioning that he'd gone to the gaffer and said he thought he was taking a bit too much responsibility on himself, and it was affecting his own game. And I guess as a senior player yourself and captain as well, is that something that you've got to guard against? You want to be there for the team, but you've got to look after your own form too.
Well, I think everyone is desperate to get the club moving in the right direction. So I think throughout the dressing room, everyone's trying to go above and beyond. Wheeler's obviously hugely experienced guy, and probably can feel if he's doing a little bit too much for everyone else and not focus so much on his own game. But I think, as I said, we've been playing better the last month, but we just need to turn them performances into results.
I guess the $1 million question is how you go about that, isn't it? How you grind out and make sure you're on the right end of those results.
Yeah, well, as I said, we need to be a little bit more clinical. We're creating chances. And then obviously cut out the little errors which lead to goals, and keep 11 men on the park would be a good start for us. But we work hard in the training ground. We'll keep going and we stay positive. We've got another home game Saturday. I think the home support's been absolutely superb, and it's feeding confidence into the players, and everyone's starting to come into their own a little bit more. So hopefully we can get a positive result Saturday and start a good roll.
Yeah, and just looking at the two teams, you're both score plenty of goals, but concede a few, so it could be an entertaining afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I mean, I think we've as I said, I feel like we've been playing well. We definitely should have won the Salford game. The first half was probably the best we've played. We should have been able to see that out. One long ball late on, a flick on, and we concede, and you walk away so disappointed with a draw there. We should have held out and beat Tranmere. We got off to a great start again. First half, very good. So if we took 6 points from 9 games, it's got a totally different feel about the building. But one result changes that. So hopefully Saturday we go and get a win.